most of the metrics say that Bitcoin hasn't topped out. Now, we have to focus on Bitcoin because now we like XRP, we like Ethereum, other coins, but if Bitcoin doesn't do well, nothing will do well. So you have to focus on Bitcoin, right? Is that it got to 2009 and then it dropped back down to 85. It's not that bad, really. It went up from around 50,000, 85,000 in less than 6 months. And it was a little bit of a retraction, right? 109 wasn't enough. Long-term holders didn't sell. That's the thing about it. When it got to 109, most Bitcoin buyers from 2000 to 2022 were still holding, even with the major gains, right? And we know that because we can analyze the blockchain. It's transparent. We can go in there and look. So we saw that even with those gains, a lot of people that bought in the last 5 years did not sell. These holders bought at an average of $3,600 to $69,000, and most of them still hold despite the huge upside. They didn't cash out, and they're just down 3% since November. So other holders have exited, like the older holders from 7 years ago, they sold at the 2024 peak. Short-term holders aren't short mania yet. They sold off 40% of their Bitcoin, far below the 70-90% seen in past cycle tops. This isn't the top. This is not the top. Data shows that we're in a what they call a distributed bull run. That it's not a blow-off top like the last cycle was a blow-off top, in which we saw severe retractions. We saw people panicking. We saw those long-term and short-term holders getting out of the market. We're not seeing that right now. We're not nowhere near the top right now. Every bull cycle, we talked about this last week. I still got it up. I'll show it again. Every halving cycle, if you look at these 4 lines, that's every halving cycle. Every halving cycle has almost done the exact same pattern. Every single one. We see a small gain, some retraction. The naysayers panic, try to get you off your positions. And then right after that, we see the exponential growth. It happens a few days or months or weeks later. Right? Fidelity, one of the biggest banks in the world, says that the Bitcoin market isn't done. BlackRock says it's not done. A lot of Bank of America says it's not done. A lot of the big banks out there, really most of the big banks say it's not over. Now, the small influencers, the people who don't like Bitcoin, the people that gold are bugs, that believe in other stuff and stocks, yeah, they say it's over because they want it to be over because it's a threat to what they're doing. But the people who are unbiased, objective, the people who understand, they're all on accord that it's not over. So Fidelity says we're still in Bitcoin's what's called acceleration phase. That we haven't got to the blow off top, like I said. We're in acceleration phase. Past cycles suggest more growth in the future. Now we look at the chart again. We see that every cycle has had almost the same pattern. Previous tops came around for day 240 to 280 of the phase. Now we're only at day like 240 right now. We're at about the same place that the previous tops, we're very close. There's a lot of upside ahead. Institutions are buying right now. They're accumulating. Michael Saylor and his group just bought $1.9 billion worth of Bitcoin. GameStop, Mara, Japanese countries are all buying Bitcoin. Bank of America, all these, JP Morgan, all these big companies are buying Bitcoin, buying XRP, buying Ethereum, buying other cryptos, buying Solana. You don't think they know what they're talking about? I promise you they know what they're talking about. But the problem is that they know they can get you with emotion.